Progressives, this is your trigger warning. She was clearly on top of his mind. White House in staggering defense of blundering Biden. It's a good term, blundering Biden. 79 after he called up to stage dead Republican Jackie Walorski and says it was not at all unusual and Americans will understand. Welcome back, all you thought criminals and MAGA extremists. And those of you that are new, welcome. Biden's latest gaffe. It's not like once in a while you say something off kilter a little bit and maybe probably shouldn't have worded it the way you worded it. This guy is gone. I'm sorry it is, and I don't mean to be, I'm not trying to be vicious or cruel. I'm not. Even CNN politics. Biden asked if deceased Congresswoman is present at White House Food Insecurity Conference. Yeah. I mean, look at this. This is CNN. President Joe Biden on Wednesday asked if a Congresswoman who died last month was president of White House Food Insecurity Conference. Now, they say, well, he just forgot. There's a lot of Congress members. No, he wrote a letter to the Congress members' family. Or supposedly he did, or the people that are really president did. I don't know. Biden took a moment during his remarks to credit a list of bipartisan elected officials. All the officials he listed were behind a bill establishing Wednesday's conference, and the late Indiana Republican Jackie Walorski was a co-sponsor. I want to thank all of you here for including bipartisan elected officials, and he goes through the list. Representative Jackie, are you here? Where's Jackie? I think she wasn't going to be here to help make this a reality, Biden said. Now let's listen what the press secretary has to say concerning this. Now, here's the press secretary. Let's see what she has to say.
What happened in the hunger event today? The president appeared to look around the room for an audience member, a member of Congress who passed away last month. He seemed to indicate she might be in the room. What happened there?
So the president was, as you all know, you guys were watching today's event, a very important event on food insecurity. The president was naming the congressional champions on this issue and was acknowledging her incredible work. He had already planned to welcome the Congresswoman's family to the White House on Friday. There will be a bill signing in her honor this coming Friday. So, of course, she was on his mind. She was of top of mind for the president. He very much looks forward to discussing her remarkable legacy of public service with them when he sees.
Can you believe this one? Can you believe this? Kids say, you know what? The guy just misspoke. Or someone put that on his speech and read it off the teleprompter. It was just an error, and somebody messed up and put her name in there. And he forgot. You can't say that, of course. He just read it off the teleprompter like he usually does, like a robot. You can't say that either. You're in a box. What do? So you say she was on the top of his mind, and it's just a slip of the tongue. It's a slip of the tongue looking for somebody who's dead. A month ago that she wrote a letter of condolence to her family. Let's listen on.
Sees her family this coming Friday.
He said, Jackie, are you here? Where's Jackie? She must not be here.
No, I totally understand. I just explained she was on top of mind. This wasn't what we were able to witness today, and what the president was able to lift up in this at this conference, at this event, was how her focus on wanting to deal with, combat food insecurity in America. And this is something that he was lifting up and honoring. And again, he knows that he's going to see her family this coming Friday. There's a bill signing that's going to happen in renaming a VA clinic in Indiana after the late Congresswoman. He knows that he is going to see her family, and she was at top of mind.
Unbelievable. You can't say the guy's just old, he messed up, he misspoke. You can't say these things. So by covering it up like that, you actually make it worse. The briefing room devolved into shouts as Biden's press secretary, Karine Jean-Pierre, I got to say, she's got a great name, sent reporters into a tizzy during Wednesday's briefing when she repeatedly suggested that the president did not forget Walorski was dead when calling out for her during the remarks earlier in the day. Biden, 79, asked the crowd gathered at the White House Conference on Hunger, Nutrition, and Health in Washington, D.C., where Walorski was located, and he thanked lawmakers for their work on a plan to end hunger in the U.S. by 2030. Yeah, it's the war on poverty from LBJ. Remember that one? You want to end hunger? You want to reduce hunger dramatically? Make the size of government smaller, lower taxes, encourage business, encourage jobs. Good paying jobs will come up. People just starting out will take entry-level jobs and work themselves up through like we always have for the last century. That will eradicate hunger by 95% at least. You'll never get 100, but you can get damn near. Well, can't do that. But that's another topic for another time. He interrupted his own remarks to ask, and that's what he did. He went off the teleprompter. Jackie, are you here? Where's Jackie? She must not be here, Biden concluded. Well, they got that part right. It came after he also praised Senator Mike Braun, a Republican, and Cory Booker, a Democrat, on the bipartisan initiative. Jean-Pierre insisted it's not unusual for people to say the names of deceased individuals when they're on top of mind. What she really wanted to say was, it's not unusual for very old people that are having trouble with dementia to say the names of deceased individuals are the top of mind, but you can't say that. A phrase she continued to repeat throughout the briefing Wednesday. During questions from multiple outlets, including CNN, CBS, and the Washington Post, if you can believe it. They can't hide it anymore. Joe, you've got to resign. You'll probably have to wait till after the midterms, which are just a few days away. Maybe beginning of the year when the new Congress is sworn in. I don't know when that timing will be. To resign, to let the new generation come up, and blah, 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 blah. I take no joy in the fact that Kamala Harris will be president of the United States. You have no idea how that scares the hell out of me. But I will say by then, hopefully, that the Republicans will control the Senate. So when the nominee for vice president comes up after President Harris is sworn in, and that just saying that gives me agita. You Italians know what that is. Who are they going to pick for the VP? I don't know. They don't want Kamala Harris to be president. They paint themselves in the corner, all because they hated Trump. You know what's really, really comical? If you look at hindsight's 20/20, of course. And, everybody says, well, I would have done this different. I would have done that different. Of course, if you go back in time. But the fact of the matter is, in retrospect, if they were clear-thinking people, which most Democrats in authority aren't, they should have just let Trump win. They should have done all the things they've done to reinforce the election. I'm just going to leave it at that because this is YouTube. They should have just let him win. And all these difficulties and things that came up, what about on his watch? They could have groomed a candidate, could have got a really good candidate if there is one amongst their ranks, and then promoted that person or persons. We wouldn't be in this mess. And the Democrat Party would be way better off, too. But now the Democrats are in disarray. They're going to start fighting amongst themselves. A lot of the progressives are reneging on all the things they said earlier concerning Trump and defund the police and cashless bail and racism and blah, 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 blah. Too late. In this day and age of the internet, everything you say is there forever. It isn't like the old days when it was just the evening news and the 3 News Network when I was young. With the internet, you can't hide anymore. And that's good and that's bad, depending on what side of the aisle you're on. So, Joe, you got to go. You got to go. I take no joy, like I said, in President Harris. But here's the dangerous part. Our world enemies, enemies of the United States and Western civilization in general, see the so-called leader of the free world acting like just a delusional old man that has no idea what he's saying or doing, that also has the code to the missiles. Think about that for a moment, Democrats. They're so keen on hating Donald Trump. Thanks for the mess you've gotten us into. Until the next time, goodbye and good luck.